Sami Zayn cannot be trusted. Our own brother, Samius Zanius II, cannot be trusted. We got to keep an eye on that guy. He's up to something, okay? So we'll talk about why Sami Zayn can't be trusted, and we'll also talk about why this can develop into an interesting and beautiful storyline. So let's just start off with Sami Zayn himself. When I look at Sami Zayn, he reminds me of the age-old storyline of a person that's pure at heart, getting corrupted and eventually becoming the ops. So what do I mean by that? Right now, Sami Zayn is always on the right side. He's always doing things, fighting for what's right. He has a great relationship with Jimmy Uso, the secret handshake. He celebrates his friend's victory. He celebrated when Jey Uso won the IC title. He was happy when Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight Championship. Who doesn't want a friend like that to, celebrate you when you get your W's? Great friend, Sami Zayn is. Great friend. But sometimes with individuals like that, eventually they start to sit back and think to themselves, if he can do that, I should be able to do that too. I should be able to get my own as well, right? Not necessarily that he's trying to take it from that person, because I think that there was a segment with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn where Sami did look at Jay's title like he wanted it. Like, I want that there. That thing is shiny and gold. I need that around my waist. But he didn't try to do anything to take it away from him. But Sami is just at a point where he's confident in believing that it's his turn. He really believes it right now. He said that every single week that I will become World Heavyweight Champion. I will eventually win that championship. And there's nothing wrong with having self-confidence. But what happens sometimes is a person who's like that, who's fixated their heart and mind, if they really believe in their heart and soul that it's their time, and as soon as they get rejected over and over and over, they start to become desperate. And I think that's what Sami Zayn is getting to at this point in time. And once they get desperate, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, whenever I see a person who gets desperate after being rejected of something over and over, that means they are really close to doing something stupid. Right? Doing something to get whatever that thing is, it doesn't matter who they sacrifice or who it hurts. And I think Sami Zayn is getting to that point. Not to mention, Karrion Kross has been speaking in his ear. He even told him, he foreshadowed his match against Randy Orton in the King of the Ring tournament. He told him he was going to lose that match and trying to, I guess, tell him this, you need to be a little bit more aggressive to get to where you need to go. Now, at this point, we saw Sami Zayn lose that match. And one thing that I want to point out that happened in that match is when Sami Zayn actually poked Randy Orton in the eye, tried to dig the man's whole eyeball out his skull. A desperate, what some may say, heel type move in order to try to secure a victory for that to get up to the next round and go to the next round to win that title he felt like he so rightfully deserved. Because remember, Sami Zayn did lose the match for the Undisputed Championship against Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. And now he's trying to get this opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and he loses in the King of the Ring tournament. And to add on top of that, on Friday Night SmackDown, we saw the whole promo between Sami, Jay, Cody, and Randy Orton. And the difference between Sami Zayn and the other three men in the ring is that they were all previous world champions. Jey Uso was just a World Heavyweight Champion. Randy Orton has had championships countless of times, and Cody Rhodes was just the Undisputed Champion. The only person who has not won any of those titles is Sami Zayn himself. But now that Sami Zayn is eliminated, the other men who've had opportunities with those titles are still in the King of the Ring tournament. In fact, we got Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw. So in saying that, I feel like this is an opportunity for Karrion Kross to strike once again and kind of poison and kind of corrupt the mind of Sami Zayn while he's weak, while he's desperate. Because at this point, Sami Zayn has tried everything he could and could not win a single title, anything higher than the IC Championship. So now he may be desperate enough to try something different in order to get that title. And guess what that means? He may have to cost Jey Uso that match on Monday Night Raw. He may have to. Because in his mind, he may be thinking, you know what? You guys, you just had the World Heavyweight Championship. You weren't even supposed to be in this tournament. Why do you get another opportunity at that? It's not fair. I watched you become an IC title. I watched you become the World Heavyweight champion. I've been doing this longer than you. It's not right that you got that before me. It almost feels like you're kind of shoving it in my face when you were the champion. And this will be a great heel turn for Sami Zayn. And also on top of that, this would be great for something for Sami Zayn to do, and to have a match between Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, or a feud, will be a very, very interesting storyline. As Sami Zayn being the heel. And if you want to hit the reset button on Jey Uso and his quest to get a title, this could be a great way to get Sami Zayn heel heat, and another way to build up Jey Uso as the babyface. And this is going to tear the crowd in half, because people love Sami Zayn. But some people may say, hey, he kind of justified for it because of what Jey Uso put him through when they had the Bloodline storyline, when that storyline was at its height, the way that Jey Uso treated him. But then other people will say that's in the past. So that's going to kind of tear the fan base into two. That'll be very interesting if they pull the trigger on that. I don't want to see Jey Uso turn heel. I think it'll be great for Sami Zayn to turn heel, because what else can they do with Sami at this point? There's nothing else he can do. He's always the pure baby face. And look what that ended up getting him into. You seen what happened when he got into a situation with Seth Rollins and his faction. Sami Zayn gets destroyed. He gets put in the hospital, comes back out, gets beat up again. That's just what happens. And at this point, he probably realizes this isn't getting me anywhere. I need to try something new to get something new. And if Karrion Kross' suggestion of how he should handle these matches start to work for him, we're going to start slowly seeing the corruption of Sami Zayn. And I think that right there could be a very, very interesting storyline, in my personal opinion. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you haven't already, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute. Peace. Have a great day.